Hi everyone and welcome to yoga today. I'm Zoe Markos-Thresher and today we're going to go through a hands-free flow. And the inspiration behind this was because I've recently been working with a bit of a shoulder injury and I was finding that putting weight through my arms a lot of the time was actually making it a lot worse, but I really wanted to keep up with my asana practice. So I've devised a lovely hands-free balancing flow for you. So whether you do have an upper body injury or you would just like to focus on some balancing, this could be the one for you. Okay, so if you all want to grab any props that you might like to use, maybe a strap or some blocks and your mat, or just finding somewhere comfortable to practice. We're going to start in a ragdoll forward fold, so taking the knees really nice and soft and just allowing the weight to be lovely and heavy over the thighs, allowing the arms to just fall down towards the floor. And we're going to take an interlace of the fingers and just embrace around the back of the head, so just between the upper neck and the lower part of the skull. And maybe just thinking about wrapping the elbows towards one another to just bring a little bit of gentle resistance in towards the back of the neck, maybe a nice stretch into the backs of the shoulders. And you can move the head gently from side to side, maybe drawing the chin towards one shoulder at a time, back through center, and then over towards the other one. Come through center, take an inhale, release the hands all the way down towards the floor and exhale. Okay, we're going to slowly roll up through the spine, keeping the arms nice and heavy. Knees are still nice and soft, pressing in towards the big toe and the back of the heel. Slowly rising, shrugging the shoulders up towards the ears. Take an inhale and wrap them back down towards the spine. And finding your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So here I really like to bring the eyes to close, allow the shoulders to relax, create space between the earlobes and the shoulders. And then bring a soft bend in towards the legs. Maybe the palms of the hands face forward. And from here, I want you to just visualize sending all the weight into the backs of the heels. So it might feel like you're just leaning back, maybe a little bit off center. And once you find that place, then keep the weight in the heels, but pour equal weight into every toe and into the balls of the feet. So this might start to bring you back through center. And maybe separating each toe, you can lift up one toe, place it down. See if you can do it with each individual toe. Quite hard. And really starting to activate into Pada Bandha. This is the energy lock of the feet. Thinking about lifting up through the inner arches of the foot tip. And maybe that helps just to tilt the tailbone and the pelvis under, a gentle engagement through the navel, through the Uddiyana Bandha, the lock of the abdomen. And lifting up through the quads, really strong into the legs. And slightly activating into the glutes now. And starting to deepen the breath here. Start to breathe in through the nose, inhale. Out the nose, exhale. 2 more in your own time. So finding our Tadasana is super helpful for our standing balances because so much work is happening into the feet. So just starting to bring our awareness to this part of the body might really change your balancing game for you today. Okay, softening the lower ribs. As you exhale, grow tall through the crown of the head, tuck the chin towards the chest. Let's blink the eyes open. Enjoy your practice, everyone. Make Urdhva Hastasana, lift the prayer towards the sky, lift your gaze. Bring your right hand around your left wrist and then step your left foot behind your right leg. Find a nice curtsy side stretcher, lean the weight over towards the right. And keep squeezing the tops of the thighs towards one another as you turn the gaze up towards the left elbow. Take a big deep breath, inhale. Exhale. Nice, everyone, take an inhale, come back through center, find length. To the other side, the left hand around the right wrist. Right foot takes its curtsy step behind the left. And then pour the weight over towards the left. Maybe there's a lovely stretch all down the side of that right hip. Final breath. And exhale. Nice, everyone. Let's come through center, find length, take an inhale breath. And exhale, circle the hands down towards the floor. Brush the fingers towards the ground, bend the knees, make Utkatasana chair pose, take an inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands and just wrap them around the body. So maybe you're just holding onto either shoulder. So you can keep it here. You can start to bring the left knee up towards the belly. Cross it over the right leg. Take your eagle Utkatasana. So that left leg might wrap once. Maybe the toes wrap around the calf as well. From here, you can keep the arms as they are, or you can start to bring the forearms or the backs of the palms or the fronts of the palms together to make your eagle bind with your arms as well. So grow tall through the spine as you inhale, lift up through the fingers and send the forearms away, rounding through the upper back, and sit deeply into the right knee as you exhale. Let's go for one more breath, inhale. Gorgeous, everyone, exhale. Let's open up. We're going to meet in a warrior three. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Soft bend into the standing leg. Shoot that left leg back and away as you tilt the weight of the torso forward. And think about creating this long line all the way from the crown of the head towards that back big toe. And you can always keep a soft bend into the standing leg if you like. Or maybe start to lengthen through the knee. And keep pressing into the palms of the hands, squeezing the shoulder blades together. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. It's going to be a half moon. All we're going to do, if you can take it nice and slow, don't worry about the wobbles, is rotate the chest towards the left. Think about stacking the left hip on top of the right. Find your block or your book if you have one, and pop it down underneath the right hand. Start to lift the left hand up towards the sky, energize through the outer side of the left leg. And exhale here. You can always turn this one into a chapasana. If you do have an upper body injury, just be mindful here. Try not to pull on that shoulder too much if it causes you any pain. And maybe the gaze starts to go up towards the sky. Let's go for one more breath. Nice. Step it back towards your warrior two. Open up through the arms. Take an inhale. Bend through the right knee and exhale. Lengthen through the right leg. Take an inhale. Reach the right hand forward. Find Trikonasana. So the right hand is going to come towards the shin, maybe towards a block or towards the floor. From here, think about pressing the left hip forward, opening the left hand towards the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, reach the left hand past the ear towards the front of the space. Nice. We're going to take some circles here. Take an inhale, lift the arm. Exhale to finish the circle. And again, if this is too much, if you do have any injuries, you can keep it more static. But it could actually feel quite nice into the shoulder. Let's find stillness. Inhale. And exhale. Nice, everyone. Okay, let's turn to frame the right leg. Step the back foot in a little bit closer. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Grab your block, bring it to the inside of the right foot and lift the right hand to the sky. Twisted pyramid. So you can take the feet as wide as you need here. Bring the block as low or as high as you need. And then start to move the weight forward. Think about squaring the hips, so really pulling the right hip back in space and the left hip forward. From here, maybe the gaze starts to go up towards the top hand. 2 breaths. And exhale, gorgeous, everyone. Okay, come through center. Pop your block towards the side. Make a single leg Tadasana, a Tadasana at the top of the mat. Take an inhale. Find length, curl the knee in towards the midline. And maybe taking a bind of that left knee with the left hand. Maybe a strap around the foot, or maybe the peace fingers around the left toes. And just rebalance there. And then start to kick that left leg away. We're finding our Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana A. Okay. Roll that left shoulder away from the left ear. Send the gaze past the big toe. Exhale. Final one. Can you pull that left hip back in space? And exhale. Okay, keep a bind of whatever you have. Drop it down towards the floor. Take the peace fingers around the right toe as well. Lengthen through the spine. Take an inhale. Padangusthasana. Exhale, fold.
The elbows move out towards the side of the space here. So really nice and active into the arms. And don't worry if the knees are bent. If that feels more comfortable into the hamstrings, a little bit more forgiving, you can absolutely be there. Final breath. Exhale, gorgeous everyone. Release the hands, take a halfway lift. Heel toe the feet a bit wider for Malasana Yogi Squat. Drop the sit bones down towards the floor. You can always fill that space underneath the sit bones with some blocks. Bringing the hands to prayer at heart center. Let's drop the right hand down towards the floor. Take an inhale, find a side stretch. Left arm moves up and past the left ear. And keep that activation between the right arm and the right leg. The inner seam of that thigh to really find that opening and that nice side stretch rotation. If you want, if it's okay into the shoulders, if a bind doesn't bother you, maybe you can begin to connect the fingers towards the lower back. One more breath. Nice, everyone, exhale. Okay, come back through center. Heel toe the feet back together, halfway lift, inhale. And fold forward, exhale. Let's all rise through Urdhva Hastasana. Take an inhale, see your thumbs, maybe taking it into a nice back bend shape. And exhale, coming back to your Tadasana. Take a moment just to check in with the feet, check in with the posture, with the breath. Maybe finding that equal way back into the heels, and then into the toes. Okay, blink the eyes open. Let's go to the other side. Utkatasana, chair pose. Take an inhale. And exhale. Okay, hugging the arms around the body again. See if you can go to your non-dominant side. So it's going to feel quite natural for one arm to be on top. Take it to the other side, because I'm assuming you went there the first time. So to bring the right knee up towards the chest, take an inhale. Wrap it over the left thigh, maybe once, maybe twice. Exhale. So either keeping it here, or maybe you start to take your eagle arms. If there is discomfort into the shoulder, maybe this is a nicer place to be. Or you can keep the hands to prayer at heart center. And think about rounding through the shoulders, sending the forearms forward, deep bend into the standing leg. Final breath. And exhale, release. It's a warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Unravel the right leg, send the weight forward, really long through the spine, long through the back of the leg. Hands to prayer, energizing through the fingers, energizing through the back heel. Two breaths. Ooh, see? I fell too. Fall as many times as you need and just come back to it in your own time. Okay, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Think about drawing the navel in. Maybe you can keep the hands off the floor to start with and then stack the right hip on top of the left. Bring the left hand down towards the floor, inhale. Open the chest, exhale. Maybe a hand towards the block if you need. Or there's that option in there for your Chapasana. Squeeze that right glute, inhale. And exhale. Nice, everyone, release it down towards the floor. It's a warrior 2, rise, inhale. And exhale. Lengthen the left leg, take an inhale, reach the left arm forward, and exhale, dropping it down towards the shin or to a block. As you inhale, we're going to reach the right arm alongside the right ear, and exhale, complete the circle. Okay, 2 like this, inhale, find that side stretch, and exhale. Final 1, lift the gaze, move with the breath. And exhale. Coming back to your Trikonasana. Inhale. And exhale, turning to frame the front foot. Step the back foot in a little bit closer. Grab your block. Pop it down towards the instep of the left foot. Ground the palm of the hand. Free up the left arm. Find your twisted pyramid. Then again, shorten your stance if you need. Widen your stance if you need. And keep lifting, pressing into that bottom hand. And maybe the gaze turns up towards the sky. Final breath, inhale. And exhale. Okay, from here, turning to frame that front foot. Pop your block to the side. We're going to bend into the front knee. And then start to curl the right knee up towards the midline. Take an inhale. As you exhale, the right hand is going to find the right knee, right thigh, or maybe the toes, or maybe if you have a strap to hand, this is where it comes in handy. Start to inhale, kick into the right leg. Send the right toe forward, so you're really pressing into that right big toe. 3 breaths here. And you can bring the left hand to the hip, you can bring it alongside the ear. Remember to lift up through the inner arch of the standing foot. And think about closing the space between the right thigh and the right rib cage. Final breath. Nice, everyone. We're going to exhale, drop it all the way down towards the floor. This time, peel the soles of the feet away from the ground. Going to slide the palms of the hands underneath the feet. So bend the knees, make that space you need to get there. And then from here, start to move the weight forward. Press the toes into the palms of the hands. Flat back, take an inhale, gaze forward. Elbows out towards the side, exhale. Parahastasana. Final long deep breath. Can you just move the weight into the balls of the feet? Just a centimeter more. Nice. Exhale, lift the feet, remove the hands. Bend into the knees, drop the sit bones all the way down towards the floor. Let's make Navasana, boat pose. Peel the toes up, maybe keeping a soft bend into the knees, or maybe lengthening the legs. Roll the shoulders back and down the spine. Take an inhale, the palms face up. As we exhale, we're going to drop it down to our low boat. So dropping the feet, hovering them off the ground, and then bring it back up. Exhale. Nice, everyone. Take an inhale, hover heels, hover shoulders, and exhale high. We're going to go for one more. Take an inhale. And exhale. Gorgeous. Bringing it all the way down towards the floor. Nice. Take a full body stretch. Interlace the fingers. Send the hands past the ears and send the feet the other way. Okay, we're going to start to bring our right knee up towards our chest. We're going to find that bind again for our Padangusthasana, but a supine version here. So if you have a strap, you can always pop it around the foot, just to make it a little bit more reachable. Pop the left hand onto the left hip, and then think about guiding the right shoulder down towards the ground, flexing that right heel towards the sky. So we were basically just here when we were standing, we're just taking it into a supine version. Let's go for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, we're going to drop it down towards the side of the space. So we're keeping that right thigh shining forward. The left hand is on top of the left hip. Squeeze the right glute. Keep kicking the right heel up towards the sky. And just make sure that left sit bone is still glued down towards the floor. It's not peeling away. One more breath. Exhale, bringing it through center with control. Take an inhale, bend into the knee, supine twist across the body, shuffle the hips towards the right. Exhale, lovely rotation through the spine. I just got a nice little back click. And if you want, you can replicate those eagle legs again like we did at the start. So wrapping the right leg on top of the left, maybe once, maybe twice. Cactus arm or nice long arm into the right. Okay, on our next inhale, we're going to come back through center. Let's take a happy baby in between. Just taking peace fingers around the big toes or maybe around the outside of the feet. You can make a little figure of 8 with the hips if that feels nice. And lengthen the tailbone down towards the ground. Okay, keeping that bind of those left toes this time, the right leg is going to go down to the end of the mat. And again, it might feel super different. This side is so much tighter for me. So if you need a strap, grab a strap. And then start to drive that left shoulder down towards the earth. Energize left heel towards the sky and keep pulling the navel in towards the spine. And maybe that right hip, hand on hip comes in handy here. And just check in with that right leg, make sure you're energizing it down towards the ground, flexing through the right foot. Let's go for one more breath. Okay, take a full deep inhale. And use the exhale to drop that left leg down towards the floor. So chances are it's hovering just off the floor. So keeping the right hand, just reminding the right hip and sit bone to stay anchored down towards the earth. And see if you can really squeeze on through this left quad here, just to help stabilize into the shape. One more breath. Exhale. Okay, let's come through center. Take an inhale, bend into the left knee, supine twist, exhale. Shuffle the hips towards the left to create some space. And replicating the eagle legs if you went there last time. And if those knees are hovering a little bit, you can always pop a block underneath them for support. Okay, unraveling through center, take an inhale. And I usually do quite like to end a practice with a shoulder stand or something like that, but with a shoulder injury, I'm not going to risk it. So if you are in the same boat as me, you can come with me for a yin style inversion. So floating the legs up towards the sky, the soles of the feet roughly face upwards, but we're nice and soft into the front of the ankles this time, not straining too much. Just letting the blood wash through the legs, allowing it all to drain back towards the heart space. If you would like to end this practice with a shoulder stand or a plow, feel free to do so. Okay, bringing it all the way down towards the floor. Can the legs drop at the same time? Gentle engagement through the core to get you there nice and slow. Finding your way to your Shavasana. And just honoring your body today. If you are working through injuries, or things that are niggling away, know that there is a way around them. There's a way that we can still include our practice in our day-to-day and adapt. Honoring your body, taking a moment to thank it for what it can do, for what it brings you every single day. And choosing to nourish it rather than punish it. In a lot of cases, our body often knows before we do, so just following its guide, allowing it to show us the way. And your Shavasana is here for as long as you need. Otherwise, maybe just wrapping the arms around the body, giving yourself a big squeeze. Curling the knees in towards the midline. And from here, perhaps dropping onto one side, finding your fetal position. And with care, starting to press up into your comfortable seat. Maybe the eyes remain closed or there's a soft gaze down towards the floor. Arriving in your own time.
And bringing your hands to prayer at heart center. Thanking your body for everything it does for you every single day. And lifting your prayer to your third eye, the space between our brows, for our wisdom and our intuition. Bow down to earth to seal your practice today, Jai. It was a pleasure to guide you all at home. I really hope you enjoyed that one. If there's any other special flows you would like to see, you can always let me know in the comments below. Bye.